one and only Larry Payne. Larry, thank you so much being here, and it's so great to see you after so many years. So.
Well, I think that one and only goes back to you as well, brother. You've done so many. Honestly, I watched what you're doing, and you know, there's about 6 of us that are running the yoga world.
Well, that's definitely true for you, because let me introduce you, because I mean, you've done so many years for 40, so many things in terms of yoga. You moved yoga to a whole nother level, and I want to just tell a quick story. Like I like my daughter, she's 7, right? And she's loves yoga. We do yoga also almost daily now. Um, and the last time she saw a video from you and from me at the Titans of Yoga premiere at the movie theater in Santa Monica, right?
She saw
Which
it.
was which was 10 years ago. And she said, "Oh, that was so cool." And then I said, "Yeah, that was really cool. All these amazing teachers there." And you were one of them. So an original Titans of Yoga here with us today. And the reason why I say this is, Larry, you've been like America's most respected yoga teacher. You co-authored Yoga Therapy RX, Yoga for Dummies. You are the founding president of the International Association of Yoga Therapy, which I hope you talk a little bit about. You wrote 2 new books that are out there right now, so I'm sure you're going to talk about that too at the beginning. And then obviously the main focus is the class. The class going to be yoga and immune boosted chair yoga. So not a lot of movement today, but definitely yoga for the immune system. So thank you for being here and supporting National Yoga Month, which obviously is September, right? September is National Yoga Month all over the world, really, but it's an US observance. And thank you again, Larry, for being here.
Well, thank you. I'm a legend in my own mind. No, but for our audience out there, I feel like if there's anybody else who's doing all of these things, on a big basis, it would be you, brother. And I so admire you, and you're doing it all over Europe and now internationally with all your courses. So that's wonderful. So you're one of my heroes.
Well, Larry, talk about like the like, first of all, 2 things, if you could share a little bit, the importance of yoga therapy, which I think hopefully grows even more, because yoga has so much potential, not just for healthy living, wellness, conscious living, but really to focus on health issues, which is I kind of like what I focus on too, combining it with the organ, mind, brain anatomy and connection. And then also you're very active with the senior AARP yoga, which I think is also absolutely wonderful. So talk a little bit about that before we go into the class.
Okay. Well, we're going into our 16th year at Loyola Marymount University with our yoga therapy program. So that is the premier institution for yoga therapy trainings. And, when you go in for a job and your certificate is from a university, it's helpful. And what's happened now is that you mentioned I am founding president of the International Association of Yoga Therapists with Richard Miller. They're on the verge of licensing. So right now there is a national certification in America to be a certified yoga therapist. And they are looking at what they want to do next. And I'll tell you something, a lot of people are not happy with regular insurance. So they're looking at other ways to go, like maybe joining like a Kaiser or joining a particular like a cancer organization or something and blending in like that. But certainly the credential is there, CIAYT, and our new semester starts October 3rd. So now we're international, so we're online. So if somebody wants to join any of our programs, you can go to Samata, SAMATA.com and just plug in, yoga therapy programs. And the other ones we're doing are because of this book, it's a big deal. And they start at 50, and there's a lot of us at 50, and above. And
well, you said you're doing 40 years yoga, so you started with 1 year, so you're 41 years old, right?
I started when I was 5. Yes, that's it. Okay. Thank you. those courses are also online at Samata, SAMATA. So let's just say, when this book is going out to millions of people. AARP has 37 million members, so they're announcing it in their publications. And I'm getting calls from my relatives saying, "Hey, Larry, they just sent me an email about your book." So that's going to create a wave of people that are looking for instructors like that. So I have set up the Yoga After 50 Prime of Life yoga programs online. Now we have 6 of them. We have 3 levels. So those are all available. And it's nice just to be able to share that now online, internationally, just like you're doing with your courses, which are wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, as you say, yoga after 50 is so important because, what are you going to do, right? I mean, to stay healthy, vital, and next to healthy living and food, obviously, but yoga, I think, is so important. And so talk a little bit about what you're going to do in a minute in the class. What's the focus and what are you going to do so everybody can prepare?
Well, just one more thing I'd just like to say, and that is that right now in America, the majority of the courses are focused on the young and restless. If you look at, they all have the name flow in the class, 80% of them. So as a consequence, 30,000 people went to emergency rooms that were boomers because they went to the wrong yoga class. So there is a place in between, like, geriatric or something like that, and, the young and restless. And we have one of the largest segments of the population, 50 something to 70 something, even late 40s. So that whole realm is something that has a lot of potential for people to help people, because you don't have to do the hard postures to get the benefits. So so what I decided to do, only because we're on Zoom and it's a small frame, there are a lot of things you can do with a chair. And and one of the big ones is for your immune system with the type of breathing that we're going to do. So I'll share one of the best techniques for keeping your immune system going. I will share also a nice little routine you can do in your chair. And then for people who want more, they can go to that same website, samata.com, and there's lots of yoga DVDs for this age bracket, and they're all online downloadable now.
Perfect. Excellent. So should we get started?
Why not?
Yes, good. So
Okay.
I think it's about 20 minutes or so. So for everybody listening, and make sure you are at a nice spot, have some 20 minutes time to allow Larry to guide you through this amazing practice. Here we go. I hand it all over to you.
Thank you, sir. All right. Hello, everybody. So first of all, find yourself a chair or something to sit on. And one of the key things that's interesting is that most chairs were built for men. And so if you're a woman and you're 5'5" or 5'4" or less, your feet are going to be dangling on the ground. And that happens at work and a lot of places, and that's not good. So I always recommend that you either bring something with you or you have something available to make sure that your feet are not dangling. So that could be a block, it could be a bolster, it could be a cushion from your couch, anything like that at all. And then you want to get your spine up nice and straight. And so one of the first things I would like to teach you is something for your immune system, because with all this crazy stuff going on right now with the pandemic, we have to keep our immune system as good as possible. And, doing your yoga practice is helpful. Wearing a mask is helpful. But when you're at home and doing your practice, this particular ageless technique in the field of what we call pranayama, life force extending, is the alternate nostril technique. And, according to the yoga tradition, there are 2 of the 3 main energy flows that crisscross your spine and dead into your neck, into your nostrils. And so, they have names and I always remember that the feminine is on the left, and that name is Ida because that's a woman's name. And on the right is Pingala. And so when you keep a nice life force going on those channels, it's esoteric, but it's very, very, very helpful. It's a great way to start and finish your day. And I think just doing a short version, like 5 minutes, I built mine up to the ideal, which is 18 minutes. But 5 minutes, especially twice a day, is really good. And I'm only going to do a few minutes because, it's dull to watch, somebody do breathing on and on and on. So one of the ways that I learned is that a lot of people, especially in the US, have been to Hawaii. And if you go to Hawaii, there's something called the hang loose sign. It looks like this. Hey. So if you simply just add your ring finger, you have one of the ways to use what is called a mudra. So mudra means by hand. So if you take your thumb and block off your right nostril, and then take your ring finger and block off your left, that's one way. Now, the Kundalini people have some other ways to do it, on the forehead and so forth and so on. But this is a nice way. And it's not the only way. So just to get things started, I want to share this with you so you can start trying to get yourself up to 5 minutes a day. It will make a difference, okay? So block off your right, please, and just blow the air out of the left. Now inhale left. Block off the left and exhale right. Inhale right. Block off the right, exhale left. I'm just going to do a few more so you'll get the hang of it. Inhale left. Block off the left, exhale right. Inhale right. Block off the right, exhale left. And then you would continue. So what I do, almost everybody has a cell phone now. Just put the timer on your cell phone and start off with 5 minutes. And that's a real boost to your system. It really is. Now, the other thing about the breathing that we're going to be doing for the class is that as someone ages, the thing that you notice about them the most is like their spine. So when someone starts to age, you'll notice they start to bend forward, head bends forward, all of that kind of thing. So the kind of breathing that I recommend when it's possible with asana in our Yoga After 50 Prime of Life yoga courses is that you go from chest to belly. Now, I learned originally belly to chest, and there's nothing wrong with that. And in my books, Yoga for Dummies and now Yoga After 50 for Dummies, we share both techniques. But for this age bracket, what you'll see is as you age, you come in, it's called internal rotation. So we want to do something that makes you externally rotate. So for just a little while in your practice, you put one hand on your upper chest and one hand on your lower belly. And as you inhale, fill the chest and then the belly. And as you exhale, draw the belly in. Now you can't see my bottom hand, but it's there. Start in your chest, inhale, fill the chest, then the belly. And as you exhale, draw the belly in. Now, as you continue to do that, you'll notice that when you inhale, your shoulders go back. That's called external rotation. So the more that you do that as part of your practice, the more you're going to reverse the aging process. Now, if you're just getting started and you're new to this, the main thing is that you breathe through the nose. Unless you have some type of obstruction, then of course you have to do nose and mouth or mouth. But the yogis say that the nose was meant for breathing and that the mouth was meant for eating. So try to breathe through your nose. And then ideally, as you exhale, draw the belly in. That begins to firm and tighten an area that the yogis say is the seat of health or sickness, the lower belly. So just breathing like that is toning. Okay. So the ways to breathe in your practice, even share, ideally chest to belly. If not, just breathe through your nose. And then ideally part 2 of breathing through your nose is let your belly draw in when you exhale to firm that area. Okay. So here's some things just to share with you when you're in a chair at any age. And one thing is that all of us, you know, as we age, we tend to slump. So one of the ways to reverse that is simply raising your arms. And for anybody who has any shoulder problem, it helps the rotator cuff area of your shoulder if your thumbs are up when you raise your hands. So as you inhale, raise your right arm up above you. And as you exhale, take your arm down. Real simple. And breathing through your nose. Inhale, ideally chest to belly, but just nose is fine. Exhale down. And we're going to continue like this. Inhale, the body opens. Exhale, the body folds. And this is also just a nice way to kind of get things moving in your spine. And we're all connected. You're one big leotard. So anything you do up here is affecting everything else. And now how we add on to this simple routine of raising your arms in alternate fashion is to turn your head away from your arm. So inhale and then exhale and then inhale and exhale and switching. You know, just a little of this each day makes a difference. Okay. And now we have what we call the shoulder rolls. So as you inhale, roll your shoulders up, way back, down and around. And just keep going. Good. So we're going 5 in one direction. And now we go 5 in the other direction. So ideally, you're still breathing through the nose with inhalation and exhalation. Now, we take it up to the next level by putting your hands on your shoulders, if you can, elbows forward. And now we inhale up and around. So now we have the shoulder girdle and the scapula and all kinds of more things are involved. So you're stepping it up a bit. And now we go the other direction. And again, like I said, today we're picking things that you can do in a chair just so that we'll be able to do a routine together. And these are good ones. And just 2 more. Okay. Now, there's a lot of benefit in self-massage. We'll call it yoga self-massage. If you take your either hand and take it to the opposite shoulder and just sort of search there for landmines, and you'll find one. And once you find it, squeeze it hard. It's called a ischemic massage. And then rub it out. Simple as that. Other side, searching for landmines. Found it, squeeze it tight, and rub it out. Makes a difference, okay? Now we're gonna get a little more involved in our routine. And so I'm gonna suggest that you just sort of follow along what I'm gonna be doing. I'll move back a little bit. And let me take these off for the moment. Place your hands in prayer position, please. And as you inhale, take your arms up and watch your hands. As you exhale, take your hands back down. And now as you inhale, take your arms all the way out. And then come back again. It's called the wing and the prayer. So straight up inhale, and down exhale. Wide open inhale, back together, exhale. Straight up, inhale. Watch your hands. Exhale down. Wide open. Honey, I can hear you. Back together, exhale. My wife's inhale. Exhale, back down. Wide open, inhale. And again, back together, exhale. These are wonderful that I got from my teacher in India, Desikachar, TKV Desikachar, passed away a few years back. Always inspired me. Now, here's another one. It's called the mirror on the hand. So place your hands on your knees and bring your right arm, right hand up to eye level. Inhale. And as you exhale, watch your hand go to your shoulder. Now, watch the back of your hand as you turn as far as your hand and your neck want to go. And then as you exhale, bring it back in front of you and down. Again, this is the mirror on the hand. Other side, inhale. Across as you exhale, chin down. Watch the back of your hand all the way around. And then come all the way back around and down. Other side, inhale up. Exhale across, all the way around, all the way back, and then down. Again, inhale, exhale across, inhale around, exhale back around and down. Okay. Now there's another one that has to do, Honey Bear, please. Okay. Sorry. This one is called the newspaper. It's one of my very favorite ones. So you put your hands in front of you, like you're looking at a newspaper. And as you inhale, straight up, look at your hands. And as you exhale, bring your chin down. As you inhale, bring your elbows back. And as you exhale, come over the falls. Now, look at your hands as you inhale and chin down as you exhale. Straight up, inhale, keep looking. Chin down, exhale. Elbows back, inhale. And then over the falls as you exhale. This is a great one, the newspaper. Let's look at it a couple more times. Straight up, inhale. Chin down, exhale. Elbows back and over the falls. And looking at your hands and chin down. Last time, I promise. Straight up, inhale. Chin down, exhale. Elbows back. Over the falls, exhale. And inhale, looking at your hands. And chin down as you exhale. All right. Now, there's so many that you can do from this, but one that's just really simple as well is you're sitting in your chair, take a deep breath, and as you exhale, just go down over your knees, and then inhale, come up and raise your arms. And as you exhale, bring them back down to your knees and go all the way down to your ankles and head down. And then come up again as you inhale. And then as you exhale, come down and hands on the knees and all the way down. Good. Now, grand finale, turn sideways in your chair and put your hand, one hand on the back of the chair and one hand on the side. Go up as you inhale. And as you exhale, twist into the chair. And then come up as you inhale and then twist deeper into the chair. Let each exhalation take you deeper into the chair. Okay. Now, notice that your neck is not the key thing to turn. Your head will turn, but don't twist your neck off because the twist is really in your shoulders. So let the head just kind of come along for the ride. All right. Now we're going to go the other way and turn yourself in the chair. And now come straight up as you inhale. And as you exhale, turn into the chair. Straight up, inhale. Exhale, turn. Straight up, inhale, exhale, turn, and maybe one more. And Good. Now, after something unusual, you want to come back to something familiar. So when you're ready, take a deep breath. And as you exhale, go over the falls again, all the way down. Your legs are bent. You're just coming down. Come up, inhale. Slide down your legs, exhale. And then one more time. And down. Good. Now, it always helps after your routine just to sit for a few moments, close your eyes, and slowly just let your breath happen. Smooth, long, deep breath. And we're done. So Johannes, we'll try to get you back. It'll take just a moment. I'm going to stand up, and Johannes will be back in a second.
Yes, here we go. I'm back. I guess Larry's just coming back in a second too. I just want to everybody that's watching. Tomorrow I'm gonna teach lifestyle prescriptions, organ, mind, brain yoga. So make sure you join that one. So we continue what Larry did and just take it the next step into the mind-body connection and beyond. Here we go. Are you back?
Here we go.
Here we go. Okay. Okay.
I hope everybody liked that. You know, it's a short one in a short period of time, and you know, in a chair so you could see me, and it's you know, many of these routines, if the people like, are at my website samata.com, samata.com, and we just put them all on digital.
Yeah, that's good. Tell me, Larry, because you've been doing this so long, and as you said, what's the best way for people to find their yoga practice? Because that's a question I get regularly, right? And I think a lot of people that I know then that are not as flexible, that kind of intimidated from the typical yoga that people see and hear with, you know, bending, like as you say, and then maybe hurting yourself. So what do you suggest? What's a good strategy?
Well, as we talked about before, you know, 30,000 people went to emergency rooms that were boomers, and it could be anybody. You know, you don't have to do the hard stuff to practice yoga. So what I say is that now you have the opportunity to be online with anybody. I mean, before it was like go to the good yoga class, but now you can be online. And one of the ways is that, you know, you have people listed in your directory that are, you know, have a lot of qualifications. We have at our website, our certified teachers, Samatha, the International Association of Yoga Therapists has a website where you can go, and someone is a yoga therapist and also a teacher. And they're now in like, you know, 50 countries. So those are, I would go to your website, my website, samatha.com, or I would say International Association of Yoga Therapists, because now you have the choice. Now you can look online and see what's happening, you know. So that's my recommendation.
And is it like now being online, there is no excuse anymore to do yoga?
That's right, Johannes. No excuse.
Okay, you got me right there.
All right, good. Also, you know, all you need is about 10 minutes a day, really, to get started. 5-10 minutes a day. If it's breathing, 5 minutes. If it's yoga practice, 10 minutes. That's all you really need. And you'll be very happy that you did. Johannes, I can't tell you how great it is that we connect with you and to your audience, and for all the trainings you're doing, and everybody watching you, check him out. It's wonderful.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you so much for being here. Everybody, National Yoga Month. We're still gonna have lots planned every day, every evening, 10 Pacific Standard Time or 1800, 6 p.m. London time. Go to yogamonth.org, go to larrysamata.com, and thank you again. And I hope to see you soon in person.
All right, brother. Thank you very much. Been a while. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.